Good morning, it's MJ, and this is a general reading for the collective using the Crow Tarot, the Wise Dog, and the Grimalkin Tarot for Monday, I believe January 13th? No, 12th. 12th, right? Yes. Anyway, getting a late start because we had snow last night and Seattle Public Schools was on a 2-hour delay this morning, so I just got back from taking my daughter to school this morning. So kind of throws you off a bit, you know? I mean, 2-hour delay. I'm not sure why there was a 2-hour delay because the ground is not frozen here. The streets were quite bare. There's snow on the grass, but that's about it. But that's Seattle. But anyway, okay. Let's get started with the energy that we are working with this morning right now. I'm guessing the kids are working with the energy of expecting more snow, hoping for an actual snow day. But let's see what's going on for everyone. Okay, so the crows are going to bring us our current energy. And we're working with perhaps this energy of sadness is around us for at least the time being, where the focus isn't on what we have, it's more on what we've lost or all the good things that we could have. Instead, we're focused on what is weighing us down, you know, areas perhaps that fell short or things that didn't work as you had maybe had hoped or expected. And so instead of focusing on all these wonderful things that may be going on, for example, we could use the snow as a great example here. This would be the child who is not excited for the fact that there is even snow on the ground, but it just wasn't as much as it had hoped. You know, it's like, oh, I got a delay, big whoop. I wanted a whole day off. So this is that energy of really directing your attention in the wrong direction, in something that you can't change, in something that no amount of regret, sadness, you know, longing is going to change the outcome. And all it's going to do is keep you in this cycle of despair, perhaps, or just a low vibration. And when you're in that place, when you're out of gratitude, when you're out of this space of recognizing all the good things you have going on here, you kind of feel heavy. You can see how this crow has a heaviness to its body. You can almost feel how it's weighted down. Its head is being pulled down by gravity towards the thing that's the disappointment, right? And because of that, there's this lack of focus. I mean, it's almost like when you're in this state, it's almost like there's a low hum that goes along with this vibration. You know, it's really hard to move. It's like walking through mud. You know, you're like, ugh. So there is a way out. There are some obstacles that need to be addressed, but once you can release the attachment or whatever, you know, like whatever has its hooks in you here with these 3 cups, you'll be able to see that there is hope, that there's still water in these cups. There's still stuff to look forward to. You still have something, right? But you have to cross this emotional barrier here, which is the water, which is the river, in order to get free, in order to break yourself free from this hold. So let's see what the dogs bring to us. And see how this turns out. When I do my readings, I go through, I shuffle, and then I don't pull from the top of the deck. What I do is I run my hands across and then I wait for that little tug in my gut to tell me to stop, and then I take that card. Some people just shuffle and then pull the top card. I use my hands to feel the electricity. And so here we have the Emperor, and he's such a powerful, beautiful, majestic Doberman here, and he is bringing a message that, oops, I didn't mean to hit the camera. When you hold yourself accountable, when you make that decision, when you are firm in what you choose, you will be rewarded. But you need to take action, and you need to have a mental strength to you. You know, you need to be decisive. You need to know that when you take action, that you're committed to this action. So it's about not being wishy-washy. It's not about wallowing in sadness. It's about directing that feeling in a new direction. It's about taking everything that has perhaps gone wrong or not how you had expected it to go, and releasing it so that you can focus your attention on moving forward. And when you do that, when you make a commitment and you hold yourself accountable for your actions, that's when you're going to see the reward. That's what this golden apple here is. That's the reward. That's where you find success. It is going to ask, this energy here of the Emperor is going to ask of you that you leave emotion out of this picture. This is really you defining the steps that need to be taken and just doing them, okay? You've got to set aside the feelings of regret or loss, at least so that you can get the ball rolling, at least so you can start the action. You can, you know, go back and address these feelings, but you have to get moving, basically, is what's going on here. And really, this is about taking a logical approach. You know, the Emperor is almost, he's very stoic in that he can see a situation, recognize where the problem is, and allow for ideas to come in that will help move you in the right direction. Excuse me. What he's not going to do is speculate, you know, run through the woulda, coulda, shouldas. He's really just about facts, and he's just looking at what needs to be done, where can I take control, where, you know, what areas of my life am I accountable for, right? That's what he's asking you. He's asking you, what part of your life are you accountable for? What can you do? What can you do right now to take action? Where are you letting your emotions hinder progress? What are you attached to in such a way that you're not able to see your situation clearly? So let's see what the cats bring. You know, the logical mind will say, well, any problem can be resolved with the right information, right? And the right action. When you take information and action, put those together, then you can solve any problem that you may have. But the hang up is going to be getting over this emotional river here. Let me move these up, sorry. So let's see what advice the cats bring to us today. And we have the King of Pentacles. So there is help out there. And whatever it is that you're stuck on right here, whatever setback perhaps this is, know that when you move forward and you take action and you you know, when you lean into this energy of the Emperor, you know, you're less likely to just throw your hands up in the air and say, well, you know, I give in, I can't do it anymore. When you lean into the energy of the Emperor, you start feeling empowered, right? You start feeling control, and you begin to feel as though you can handle any situation. You feel very authoritative. When the King of Pentacles comes in here in the advice position, this is telling me that once you embody this, once you allow for whatever grieving this is, I'm sorry, to leave, you know, to drain, let those emotions seep into the soil, right? Maybe they can provide nourishment elsewhere, but for you, it's time to move on. Let whatever this is drain away. You'll be rewarded, because the King of Pentacles is a very generous, free-flowing kind of energy. It's the kind of energy that allows you to just bask in everything that this world has to offer you without fear, without worry, you know, without those horrible feelings of scarcity and lack. You can see here in this card that this cat sits very comfortably on his throne with the pentacle shining above his head. And there's a little mouse here. And you can see this cat is not in action to go after the mouse because he doesn't need to. There's plenty. And it's like he's able to let go of that need to compete or to be aggressive, right, in any way, because things are just going to fall in his lap. Everything that he wants just falls in his lap. And so there's a calmness to this King of Pentacles that he brings. And he brings this ability to let go, you know, of feelings of fear around the material world, so that you're able to take action without worrying, you know, like, oh my God, am I going to pay the bills? Or, oh my God, if I do this, I may lose my job. Or if you know, if you did just lose your job, the King of Pentacles is going to allow you to see that once you start moving and start looking for other jobs, those jobs are going to be far better than the one that got away or that you no longer have. So, I mean, this could be anything in the material world. I mean, say you got into a car accident and you loved your car. It was a great car, right? And all you can think about is how wonderful that car was and how nobody, you know, appreciated how wonderful this car was. And yet you have money in the bank, or you have resources to get another car. It's not like you're going to be carless. It's holding on to that desire for the car that will prevent you from taking action. But if you say, oh, you know what, let me just file out the paperwork, I'll get everything straightened away. And that's where the Emperor comes in, right? That's the energy of the Emperor. The logical Emperor comes in and says, you know, I can take care of this. What you'll find is not only will you get a great deal, but you'll also get a better car, you know, and you'll be happy in a sense that looking back at it, you go, wow, I really made out on this deal, you know, in some ways. That's just an example. So think about that. Might apply to anything in your life. It could be you lose the apartment of your dreams only to find out that there's a better apartment out there waiting for you. But you have to take the action to get it. And you have to take the ownership of getting it. And you have to work at not letting emotions dictate you right now. Right now you have to be, you know, you have to answer to logic. So when you do that, the King of Pentacles is going to come around and he's going to show you how much better life can be. So I hope this reading makes sense. Much love, peace, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.